What's up, Bomb Squad? This is DJ KOOLAID
and Lisa.
And we come back to Real Talk for people that's watching the replay. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you hit that like button. Matter of fact, hit that like button right now. Because of the stand up.
I got it. If you're not gonna have it all the way,
I'm gonna turn it.
Yeah, you can turn that the long way.
Then you do me like that.
Coming in, blessed. I just wanna win, And like baby who we running with, 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again. Pump up the action. I'm active. If he never heard of it, dope, he just napping. Jackson's off the rapping, keep it in my body.
Hey, yeah.
Gotta send the most, yeah, this road is broken, which is longer than it's boring. Hurt to want it cause the game's enormous. What's in 50 years of gorgeous? Live my life last name, I'm Morgan Freeman. Trying to touch a forest, dude, I know we're knocking on the door. This came in, I came in, did it. Coming in, blessed. I just wanna win, And like
where your foot?
I'm back here.
I'm on 10 again. Okay, alright. Coming in, blessed. I just wanna win, And like baby who we running with.
I start the camera, that starts recording.
It's already for baby.
Oh, so I just start the camera. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Karen and Leilani. Hey, y'all. We have 11 people watching, only 2 people talking.
No, you know that's a delay.
I know, but still.
Coming in.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, y'all.
All right.
Hey, Shirley. Hey, everybody. How to do? How to do? What's that noise? What's whistling?
That's still on stage.
Oh.
Let me close this door.
Who the thunk? Hey, everybody. Hi, honey. How to do? How to do? How to do? Hey. Oh, sweetie. I'm so sorry. Karen. Asia. She said she been sick. How to do? How to do? How to do? Hey. Oh, sweetie. I'm so sorry. Karen. Asia. She said she been sick. No, hey, honey, you got something open on your side?
You can see that.
Hold on.
I thought it was us.
It was on the
There you go. It's good.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
you know how it does the countdown. I've been sitting on there since it first popped up and wasn't nothing there.
Oh. You don't know.
And so it finally turned itself back on. And I
Look, you don't know. Hey, y'all in Walmart. Check this out.
Uh-oh, you advertising?
Yeah. Sorry. All right, so y'all know y'all can't. Your girl can't miss a whole impulse purchase. It can't have anything on the end caps because if I see it and I feel like it, I'm gonna get it.
Wait, what came on?
What came on? Oh, it's time for it to come on. Oh, all right. So this is a coconut rose tinted lip balm by Hard Candy, and even though it's tinted, it just makes my lip look pinker because they like pale. But it feels good because I hate lipstick because lipstick feel like lipstick. But y'all should, I don't know what the camera had at the time. Y'all see this?
Put your hand in front like Brittany,
Oh shit! Hold on, let me do the thing, y'all. Hold on, y'all know how to. Where's the thing?
You gotta put it behind.
It's too close. Oh, will that help? Okay.
Like Brittany do.
I don't know what that. I don't know what that does. But if that made it bigger, I don't know. Anyway, it's good. It's really good if you want like a tinted lip balm, and your lips feel good, and it give you a little color. Put a little color in y'all. Hello, Miss Shirley and everybody who has spoken in the room. I hope everyone is having a good Saturday. July is almost over. Get out of here. Who'd have thunk it? The kids go back to school in what? About a month and a half. So that's why we're still speaking on the back to school. quarantine issue, and we're gonna slide a little something. This is a show we talking about the kids. Y'all know how I love the kids. Y'all know what I realized the other day? I'm kind of ready to be a grandma because I want babies that I can send somewhere. After I spoil them, you know what I'm saying? I didn't realize
you
that.
want to be grandmama then, because all your childrens live with you.
Shut up.
They ain't going nowhere.
It's not the point is, I sit their ass upstairs. Point is, I can get all the smell, the baby smell, and the love I want. And guess where they can go?
2 flights up.
They're gonna come back down just like Kylie.
When they start walking, they start walking, we might not be here. We might run away from all the children. Niggas mess around and go to college and live on the campus. We running away. Look up and we will be in a hut somewhere. Shit. Not really, because I don't do hot. But I'll be in somebody beach sitting up there like I'm gonna get in the water and I'm not. But yeah, I realized that the other day. I don't know why. So we're talking about the kids. Still talking about the kids. And for everyone that has children, what's the word? The choice is coming up, or maybe I already had. My choice already came up. They sent us a note saying, click the box, either you want them to go to school 2 days a week or not at all. So not at all was my first thing. So here they're not even going to, it's going to be a 100% distance learning, at least until the end of January, until the first half of the school year is over with. So they'll revisit it and see what's going on in the world and everything. So, but what about your schools? What about your kids? Because for a lot of kids, a lot of people, and I will acknowledge this, there are a lot of parents who need school because they don't have babysitters. They've been waiting for their kids to get old enough to go to kindergarten because they don't have to pay for kindergarten. I mean, they don't have to pay for daycare and things like that if you work during the day. So I understand that for some, it will be a hardship to a certain extent. I get that. And I know what it's like to try to find somebody to watch your baby so you can go to work. You look at your baby and you look at your job, and your baby always gonna win, but the reason you got a job is to take care of your baby. So sometimes it's a very tight situation that you don't know how to manage. But I'm gonna always err on the side of my kid if I can. If not, I'll do the best that I can. We'll figure it out. So, what was I saying? All right. So y'all know we were in what was it, YouTube jail last week?
Mm-hmm.
We were in YouTube. We free. Give us free. We's free now, y'all.
In the timeout corner for not doing nothing.
For hitting the broadcast button. That's what we went. Just hit the button. I wonder if they're gonna do it to me. What am I gonna do? Because if you get another one, what's the other one? You get like I don't know. We had what for 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Oh, YouTube, you're funny. All right, so good evening, everyone. This is your girl Lisa, and this is Real Talk. I would like to welcome my co-host Leilani, my hostess with the mostest, my sister from another mister. If you have not checked out Leilani's kitchen, I would please go do it. Leilani types some in the room every now and again so that people can click your link if they have not already clicked your link. So that's the beginning. So we're gonna start back to school. So Leilani, anybody else that wants to get on the panel? Anybody else that would like to get on the panel, please click the link. If you do not have a picture, my loves, I will not click you on. I'm just not gonna do it. Need a picture. Let's see. Hello. And they froze. Boom. All right. So everybody. So Leilani,
Yes, ma'am.
you and your babies.
So our options here are for your children to go to school 5 days a week as normal. Um, Riding buses if that's the thing. The only thing they have changed is the location in which you drop off your kids if you're a drop off. You go to the side instead of the front. And then they want you to take your children's temperature before you bring them. And then they're gonna take your kids' temperature once they get to class. So you're gonna keep touching these kids and then touch the next kid and then and then the ones that got a temperature, you're gonna send them home after they've already been there with all the other kids.
That's what they're gonna do.
So my answer was, I wish the F I would.
Your baby can start going to school.
My kids are going to online school. There's laptops and boxes of books and everything just stacked up in there waiting for me to set up the school corner. Because I wish I would send my kids. Lunch is the same. Everything, they have changed nothing. Lunch is the same. Classes are same size. There's no way to socially distance. You got 30 kids in a classroom, and the classroom is not even as big as my bedroom. No.
First of all, did they think kids have changed because of the coronavirus?
That's what I want to know. What about these pre-K kids? Really?
You don't think? I saw some on Facebook the other day that was hilarious, but it was true. If you don't think these little kids about to lick their hand and chase each other around talking about, I'm about to give you the Rona.
And they're supposed to keep a mask on continuously all day long.
I don't even keep my mask on continuously all day long. I'm grown. And I know better. How you gonna get?
They gonna have a mask on while they eating in the lunchroom?
They gonna have a mask on in the classroom? They not. Really?
Oh, they did. They're turning off the water fountains.
What?
They're gonna turn no water fountains. There's no water fountains. That's what they're doing. That's the helpful thing. Hey, Dwayne Ray.
Where you at, Leilani? So I know not to see. Yeah. I guess because they ain't got nothing but cows and cowboys out there. I guess they ain't worried about
way more than that. They act like that's all we got, but no, this is a whole city.
I'm just saying. Well, I understand it's a state, but they act like ain't nothing but cows and corn or whatever. What's in Oklahoma?
It makes no sense. My thing is here, since they opened everything back up, we had low numbers at first. We hadn't gone past 2,000 in the last month and a half, because we're not done with July yet.
Right.
We have gone from 2,000. We are now at 30,000 in these last 2 months. In 8 weeks, we went from 2 to 30, and they act like everything's fine.
I can't. You're frozen. Baby, let me put my glass on because I'm about to.
She's moving now. She's not frozen.
I'm about to say I'm about to mess this baby name up. I can't see nothing. It look like I see Thomas. That's all I get.
It's Aisha.
I knew it was, but I had to make sure if I messed her name up, baby. I was not about to do that.
So it's okay. I'm a 70s baby. I said I'm a 70s baby, so it's okay.
Aisha, you are the girl that. Oh, my bad.
Now she froze.
When they talked about sending those kids back to school, and I hope I'm not frozen.
You're
when
good
they
now.
talked about sending those children back to school, and you're talking about pre-K. Can y'all hear me? I'm in the woods, y'all. Okay, good.
It's
my
pretty.
husband wanted me to go camping, and I'm trying to be a good wife.
Oh, you still can say no.
How you gonna do social distancing with pre-K and kindergarten, and they're supposed to socialize?
Right.
How are kindergartners and pre-K going to keep a mask on their face? You know, Lil Johnny or Lil Jim gonna dig in his nose, maybe eat it, maybe wipe it on his pants, maybe put it on the door. Like nothing about it. And then the teacher is supposed to be, I guess, in this full spacesuit uniform. Then you're gonna keep these kids in the same class all day long. Then there ain't so much so they're gonna eat lunch there. They're not going outside. They're not doing anything that's gonna help them socially. So my question is, at this point, and I don't know what state you guys are in, but I'm in Tennessee, and my thing is, when does the state and the city and the county step in and get those social workers out there to check on those kids? It's not the school's responsibility to check on them social. It's the school's responsibility to educate them, ensure that they can get the same education up under the law, make sure that they do IDEA. But it's not the school's responsibility to make sure the children have food at home. It's not the school's responsibility to make sure the children have someone to watch them. When we have children, that's a part of life. So that's something we have to figure out in order to keep our children safe. And they did a protest, well, not a protest, because the superintendent here stated he didn't want to open schools until there was a 14-day period of no numbers going up. Where our numbers are shooting up because you guys opened the state back up, and they already weren't social distancing, so it didn't even make sense to open the state back up. But not only that, so the numbers are going through the roof. The superintendent literally was on CNN and something else saying that we're not going to open the schools until we get a good settlement. But yet you got the county commissioner, because it's about to be voting time again, trying to, when you getting these kids back in school, because your is one of the districts where the children's mama are just ready to get them back to school, not really thinking about what they can bring home to big mama. Because most of the kids that are living in neighborhoods that are, as they say, underprivileged, underserved, they going home to grandmama, big mama, my dear. And so they can't handle the virus.
They going home to their little baby sisters and their cousins. They going home.
I'm sorry. I get the social piece of school, but these kids don't need to be in a building right now. They don't. And when it comes to the teachers, they can teach virtually. Like, there is so much they could redo with this budget. And again, I don't know what state you guys are from. This is just a topic of my passion. But in all the states, they can redo. To hear one night that California and Philadelphia gave their students laptops within the first 2 weeks of March when the stuff happened and they got out of school. I'm in Tennessee. Shelby County Schools did not give our children any type of laptop, any type of anything. They threw some work up online. Possibly you can get through it. But we're talking about Tennessee. With the private school, and what got me is I have one child that was in private, one that was in public, and one that's homeschooled. The one that was in private school, they never skipped a beat. They missed 2 days of school. That was it. And I guess so that they could put it in play. Next thing you know, they were on Zoom, and their classes resumed from 9 to 1 instead of 9 to 3. The public schools could have done the same thing. Where is the money?
Because public schools are, I have nothing against public schools. My son is in one, but we're in Virginia, and they don't even have books anymore.
I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay.
I'll go in the chat so I can hear you, because I can't.
Okay, baby. Okay, go ahead.
So I'll go back out and go in the chat so I can hear. That was literally
all I wanted to say. That's cool. They didn't have books anyway. Nick has a laptop. They gave him a Chromebook that he does all his work on. Now, you can tell me, and I understand. Here's the thing. Hey, Raylo, I understand that for some parents, the difference between. Hold on. Let me. I'm gonna mute your mic. I'm gonna take you out. Oh, hold on. Y'all know what? I don't know how to type. You got it. Okay. I understand. I'm gonna say again, I understand that for some people, this is the place, this is the only way you can go to work without having to spend money on childcare. I get that. But I would much rather ask my cousin that don't work, or my best friend that don't work, hey, look, from 8 to 3 or 9 to 3, Nick got he's gonna be on school on his laptop. Can he sit in your house and be in school till I get home? Nick is 14. He don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to watch him. And he knows what his grades have to be. But I understand for the young people. But here's what I don't understand. You can't see this. This is not like anything we've faced, because we haven't had to face it before. You can't see this. You can't see it sitting on your baby's shirt. You can't see it sitting on your baby backpack. You can't feel it if you run your hands across your baby arm. You can't feel it when your baby hug you when he get home and it's on his face. And then all of a sudden you are coughing, or your husband has a fever of 104, or your grandmama can't breathe, or your baby is in intensive care on a machine. We can't plan for every emergency. We can't plan for every contingency. The independently wealthy may be able to do that, but us regular working middle class folks, we a lot of times we flying by the seat of our pants. But if you tell me that there is something that I can't see that can come home, and my wife that has asthma, my son-in-law that has asthma, and me that has a heart condition, it could actually kill us. Or my son could not, live to see his graduation because he going to a school that didn't even want to try to figure out, just put him back at school. Come on now. We have been figuring stuff out. Parents, mamas, daddies have been figuring shit out for years before this came along. We have been finding somewhere for our babies to go. We have been begging and pleading and asking, and we have been getting it done. The first thing I didn't even ask Nick what he wanted to do. I went and pushed the button and went on about my business. Because if I had to, I'll stay home. If he needs some in-person care, I'm a person. I'm pretty smart. I can read. We'll work it out together. And I get that. I get that there are people who can't do that and don't have help. And I'm sorry, but I'm almost positive that you'd rather have your kid not be sick and your family not be sick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just this particular time now. I work in a restaurant and I've been back to work for 2 weeks now. And it's they don't care. They don't care. I put my mask on when I talk to my customers. When I'm within 10 feet of my customers, I put my mask on. When I do their drinks, I put my mask on. When I'm sitting there by myself, I don't. But I watch the people as they come into the store, into the restaurant, and some of them won't have masks on. I had a dude the other day just pull his shirt up over his face. That's how he came in. I'm like, hey, if you're going to stand there with your shirt up over your face for the next 2 hours, feel free. I was telling DC, I was going through a little nervous breakdown before I went back to work. But I think just as much as I was scared about being sick, I was scared about not being able to help my wife. And my money ain't really changed from before it, because I am who I am. I make the people happy. I make the 4 or 5 people that come in there happy. And I make my money. But when I come home from work, I stand in the door. When we first came home from work, yeah, it probably should be, Miss Shirley. They would Lysol me in the foyer. I just stand in the middle of the floor, turn around the circle, be sprayed. Then I come in here, strip. And then I take alcohol and I wipe everything that has been outside, because y'all know my shower is on the top floor. So I do that before I go to bed. So, but to sit around because I'm tired when I get off work and I ain't feeling like hitting them 3 floors yet. So I make sure that I am sanitized before I sit down. But I'm an adult. If I had to go, if I was a teenager and I had to go to school, then maybe. But kids are invincible. They feel like they are invincible. Hey, baby. Oh.
Kids are going to come in and go straight to the refrigerator.
No problem, Aisha, baby. Come on now. This is the Bomb Squad, baby, and everybody is welcome to speak their mind and say their piece. Hop on anytime you want to. The people who are making decisions for us don't have the problems we have. They have nannies. They don't have kids. Their kids are grown. And they're making decisions for our children. Now, as an adult, you can decide whether or not you want to stay in place. You can decide whether or not you want to quarantine yourself. As an adult, you can decide whether or not you want to put a mask on, or whether or not you want to risk your health and the health of the people you love. Children don't have that option. They're kids. They're learning. They're pushing their boundaries. And if you tell them to keep a mask on all day, the only thing they'll hear is take the mask off. If you tell them that they could get sick, if somebody spits on them, they're gonna lick their hand and chase each other around. These are kids. These are the same kids that you said the stove and the fire is hot, and they still touched it. Okay, these are the same kids that if you tell, don't jump up and down on the bed because you may fall on the floor. Will jump up and down on the bed, and all you hear is boom, loom, 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 loom. These are the same kids that when you're around a pool, don't run around the pool because you might fall. And the next thing you know, somebody baby over there screaming and hollering and skied up knee. You understand? These are the same kids you have to tell each and every time you go to the grocery store. You don't want nothing, don't look at nothing, don't touch nothing, because you ain't getting nothing. You done said that same speech 4 billion times in your lifetime before your child. You just stopped taking them to the store. But these are the same kids that you expect to keep a mask on, don't do anything, don't touch their face, don't touch their mouth, don't touch each other. That's what you want? Okay. You can't get their older brothers and sisters to do that. As soon as somebody said you could die from the coronavirus, they was having coronavirus parties to see who could get sick. So that's who you want. That's who you want to give the responsibility of their health to. Okay. Who just came in? Mama. Hey, Vicky. Hey, y'all. I
even saw a thing where I don't remember what state it was, but one of the states was saying kids had to go back to school, and if the kids wasn't back to school, they was going to arrest the parents. If I don't want my kids to come to the school, I gotta go to school. Coming to the Corona factory, like what?
Look here, let me tell you something. I don't know. I'll
leave the state if I need to.
This has somewhat to do. Hold on. Let me see what Aisha said, and then I say what I'm about to say. I got excited when I saw this topic. Our kids are going to school from home anyway. They aren't thinking about our elders. Nothing makes sense about sending these kids back to school. You're correct. We are living. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of news because every time I watch the news, I feel my IQ dropping just a little bit. Because it doesn't matter what party.
She's frozen. She frozen, DC. She frozen. Hey, Naisha. Should be back, y'all. The camera froze up. But yeah, my children are being homeschooled. We will not be going to the Rona factory, just like they aren't going to the Rona soup in the public pools. We're just not doing it. Got to keep me healthy. Got to keep them healthy so we can keep Papa healthy. Yeah, we're not doing that. I had Careful Keith laughing at me the other day because I got a letter from church and they were wanting to know there's questions to ask. What did we think about watching church online? I'm like, I've been watching church online. I'm cool with that. And they were like, well, because they're actually having church at church, and they're like, what do you think about it? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not coming back until Rona's gone. They're like, well, what can we do to make you come back? Make Rona go away. Like, he was laughing at all my answers. I'm like, you don't want me to answer these because you're not going to like the answers.
Thank you, Aisha. Y'all make sure y'all welcome Aisha. She is new to our channel, and we must make her feel welcome and loved. Do you feel the love? I'm back. Anyway.
How y'all doing?
ABC.
What's up, Leilani? If y'all not aware of, we added the join membership button on our channel. And if you want to join our membership, we did the lowest for everybody because I know people were doing bigger amounts. We only doing $1.99 to join, to be a member, and you get more perks than everybody else.
That's what's up.
And then we got another one for $2.99. So we keeping our join membership real low. So if you want to join the membership, just go to where you see join on our channel on the regular page.
Hey, yeah.
All right. What's up? What's up, Vicky? Vicky sitting in the cup. What's up, Karen Wood? All right.
Yeah.
Go back to y'all conversation. I'm busy. I'm cleaning up. We don't watch hoarders. I gotta clean up.
That's it. That's why we was on punishment. Damn hoarders. Y'all know as soon as hoarders went out, as soon as we got on punishment, I got pissed off, started watching hoarders, and then I realized I will never, ever in life follow my face in life, eat nobody cooking. I ain't think they house. Amen. They was in there cooking shit. I was like, see, that's why you don't eat everybody potato salad. Anyway, my bad. I'm sorry. Here's the thing, y'all. Our climate sucks. Our government sucks. We are being ran by an idiot. And I try not to get political, but the reality is it is now affecting our children. Before, it was just an abstract construct. Government for the little person is just an abstract idea. It is stuff that we see on television. We see everybody talking about things and we say, and they're saying stuff that we don't have. Sometimes we got to look the words up. We don't know what the hell they mean. But the reality is it is now affecting us. Do you know why do you know we can't go anywhere? Nobody wants somebody from America to come to their country. We on punishment. The whole country on punishment. The secretary of our education, the one who is over the head of our children learning, does not have a background in education. How about that? The people who have the doctors and things that we should be listening to, we can't listen to them because it's fake news and it's wrong. But guess what? I had a friend of mine, girl I grew up with, same age as me, passed away a couple of weeks ago from this disease. DC has had at least 4 people that we know. Karen said, Canada too. At least 4 people that she knows has died from this disease. We are scared to leave our houses. If you have anything, if you have a heart condition, asthma, anything, we are scared to leave our house. I was scared to go. I would not answer my phone when my job called because I was scared to go to my job. Hey, Victoria. Because I was scared what I could bring home to my family. I don't care that my son is in his room all day. I don't care. Because guess what I know ain't happening to him? He ain't going to get sick because none of us have it. But every time I go to work, I'm scared I'm bringing it home. But guess what? If your job closed because of the thing, guess what? Unemployment's getting ready to stop. The extra money is getting ready to go away. They already were giving you nothing in the first place. So what they were giving you was just a living wage. What they were giving you was just a living wage. But that's about to stop. The protection for evictions is about to stop. The protections for little businesses is about to stop. Hey, baby, it's about to stop.
Hey, Victoria.
And now we got to worry about whether or not our
Oklahoma stopped like 8 weeks ago. We ain't got unemployment in like 8 weeks.
and
Even
now
though we still got to go and click and ask for it.
But I still filed because guess what? If you keep it up, if they keep going the way they're going to shut it back down again. And now everybody, it's an election year. So we have, you know what I heard? You know, let me tell you, this is kind of off subject, but it kind of pisses me off. Let me tell you something. I was riding home the other day. And you know, John Lewis, Representative Lewis, passed away. And he was an integral part of the civil rights movement back in the 60s. He was arrested and beaten and went to jail. Martin Luther King, everybody, crossing the bridge, the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma. He was, integral part. So I'm listening to people talk. And the first thing they say is, why are we talking about John Lewis? We forgot about somebody else. While we're talking about Trump, we forgot what Obama did. Let me tell you what the world is. Whatever somebody else did before, that's the past. You can't fix it. You can't change. You can't do nothing about it. If Obama did something in the past when he was president, you should have said something then. You should have said something then. Don't come now and try to say you feel me? Because you can't do nothing with his legacy. Regardless of whether or not you liked his politics, he was the first African-American president of the United States. Can't do nothing with that. So all this, what he did and what he should have did, is irrelevant. Let's talk about what's going on now and the government and the people we have in power now. And let's talk about how many people are dying in America. I don't care. I'm sorry that I don't care what's going on aesthetically all over the world. I care about the people I care about. I care about the bomb squad. I care about my family. I care about the people I grew up with. But abstract people I have never seen. Why don't we do what America needs to be done? These babies need to be protected. Period. Point blank. End of discussion. If you can give it, businesses open back up not because they were losing money, but because they weren't making money. And businesses have been making money off the backs of people that they pay less than minimum wage forever. Now you want to worry these kids, huh? Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you. They have been making money off our backs. I make $2.13 an hour, people. Hear what I just said. I make $2.13 an hour. I have not seen a paycheck from my job in 3 years. Every dollar I make it. I make it. But I make the majority of that money for the business. They're not losing money. They're closed. They don't have overhead. They don't have to pay salaries. They don't have to pay paychecks. They don't have to pay lights. They weren't losing anything. The little businesses were losing out. And those should have been the ones you took care of, but you didn't. You took care of the business that already had $1 billion. And you left the businesses that had a couple $1,000s to die. And now you want to say the economy and the kids need to go back to school and we need to open up these jobs. What you need to do is figure out a way to protect your citizens. Now, that being said, we have to do what we have to do. Because at the end of the day, like I said, the government is an abstract construct. It is something that is supposed to work, but doesn't. It never has. To a great extent, because the majority of the population is left off of the constitutional rights. Every day, the rights are different for everyone. This person can do this, but this person can't do the exact same thing because the crime and the punishment won't match. My child should not have to suffer because we didn't have our aces in places and make sure this virus did not devastate our country. My son loved football. He finally found a sport he loved to do that I didn't have to make him do. Now I got to pay for it, but that's my job. But now he can't play football. I can't play football. But guess what? I made him be that kind of dude to where he'll figure it out. He'll find something else to love. But he's going to find something else to love here in the house. All I got to do for a school wardrobe for his sophomore year is go buy him a pack of drawers and a pack of white beaters. That's all they going, well, right there in his room. I'll even get him the good ones, since I ain't got to spend a whole money on a school wardrobe. I'll go get him some polo drawers. What kind of white beaters, baby? What's the good white beaters? I don't know. I ain't no dude. That's not the good white beater, baby. She said the Fruit of the Looms. I get them from Walmart. He got them anyway. There you go. He gets some polo drawers, some polo white beaters. And some polo socks. He can just sit in this room.
Be real fancy. Get Supreme.
Woo! Yes, he be flossing, just be up there taking pictures in his drawers while he doing the house. Because let me tell y'all something. It's enough stuff out here that we can't help, that we can't do nothing about. There's enough shit that we can't do nothing about it. But all that I can do to protect my son, I'm going to do. And if that means that mama got to put on her teacher hat, and figure some stuff out, y'all know I will Google anything. So let's go, baby. What you need to know? I'm English and science. Big boy wealth is math. Brittany can be the health. I don't know. Technology right here, DC. He got the whole school in the house. It's some Spanish people live down the street. He want to learn how to speak Spanish. Ma'am, can you talk to my baby? So we can finish that class. Come on, Nat. Y'all know I'm about a village. If I got to get on Zoom because Leilani don't know something and I do, and her babies need to know it, guess what? It's 300 computer screens in my house. How many we got, baby? I don't know. I think we got about it's a bunch of them. It's a bunch of them. Where's she at? I can't see her name. Mama, she got a whole lot of things. The one that said Alan on the end, her baby getting ready to go to college. If I gotta Zoom his ass to make sure he get a good grade, we gonna Zoom everybody. We will get this together. But you are not gonna use my baby as an experiment. You're not gonna use my baby as a guinea pig. Miss me with that. Yes, I like that. And the fact that I got it is good. I ain't got no glasses on. All that ran together for a second. We didn't learn nothing at school we could use in life anyways. And you're right. I ain't trying to be funny. A lot of the stuff I learned reading. Now, school sent me in the direction, but I learned because I was interested in what they told me, not what they taught me. I taught myself a lot of stuff because I'm a reader. And now these kids are what's the word? They're internet technology savvy. They can talk to people from all over the world. They can ask them from all over the world. The only way it's going to work for our kids is if yes. And it doesn't. Let me tell you something. We can't change the world by ourselves, but together, man. All they do is prep for those standardized tests. Yes, Naisha. Yes. And guess what? Those standardized tests mean nothing. YouTube University, yes. Those standardized tests, let me tell you something. This is a long time ago, y'all. So anybody in the chat don't know I'm 50. How old am I? 53. I'm 53. Not all the time. And when I was in grade school, they used to have the California Achievement Test. And you took the test all during grade school. And it was the way the test was graded. You were considered how you scored on the test was like I was in the 8th grade, but I scored like I was in the 12th grade last semester. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? By the time I was in the 8th grade, I scored 12th grade last semester on everything. I didn't have to take the test anymore. Everybody else did. There was nowhere else for me to go with the test. I bottomed out the test. So I didn't have to take it anymore. But guess what? They had nothing to do with the stuff they was teaching me in school. I just happened to not have a whole lot of friends, and I did a whole lot of reading. So I knew a lot of stuff. Had nothing to do. Now I went to a Catholic school, and yes, they taught us. By the time I went to high school, I was advanced. I've never taken a freshman class, and I'm only taking one sophomore class my whole high school career. I was junior and senior classes my entire career in high school. But what difference did it make? Because at the end of the day, those tests separate us because not everybody learns the same. Some people learn by listening. They can hear what you say and they can process the information and they don't need anything else. I hate to hear people talk for an extended period of time. I even hate to hear myself. I got a good 2 hours in me with y'all. And, unless we got a good conversation going and people are talking back and forth, but just me talking with nobody else saying anything, I got a good 2 hours in me and I got to go sit down and drink some water and not talk no more for a little while. Some people don't want to hear that. Some people are like me. They process the information. Give me the information. Let me read it. Let me do it. It's done. Some people need hands-on. They need to see you do something, hear you do something, and then read it. These tests are not accurate, and they do not tell you how smart or how not smart your kids are. Hey, Kim. Hey, see you in a minute. Hey, Shamita. Everybody. Hello. Teach your kids to be learners, and they will send more, and they will never miss a day of class because everything will be a class. I used to ask my grandmother, hey, can you spell this word for me? She said, go look it up. I said, if I knew how to spell it, we need to look it up.
That's what I was told. Everything was go look it up. Go read the dictionary, go look it up.
But let me let y'all know a secret. Let me let y'all know a little secret. Don't say that shit out loud to your grandma, okay? That was not
you just gotta look at it and be like, okay, and then you gotta say it to yourself.
No, see, I messed around and said it out loud one day. She said, I said, oh, I don't know what it was. It was a word. I was writing a paper, and I would write. And hear me, I didn't sit at the table and do my homework. My grandmother would be in her room on the bed watching TV, and I would be laying on the floor doing my homework in her bed. So I was laying down there, and I was writing a paper, and I said, Mama, how you spell something? She said, look it up. I said, if I can look it up, I would ask you.
No, you know the one that got me, that had me saying out loud?
What?
I asked how you spell pneumonia. And I was told to look it up. I'm like, I already looked at all the ends. It's not in there. Like, I already looked. It's not there.
Yeah. And what'd she say?
She just stared at me. It didn't look right. It's in there. It's got to be in there. If it's a word, it's in there. Look.
She used to tell me, see, let me tell you something. Let me tell you, here lies the problem. I was a smart ass little kid. I was a smart kid, and I was raised by my grandmother, who was raised in the South in the 30s and the 40s. So get y'all to understand. And
you Victoria, go ahead and sound out pneumonia and found it.
First of all, that P messed up, didn't it?
Sound it out and find it. Go ahead.
I still mess up pneumonia shit. I still look. I put PN in there and just hope it pop up on my spell check. Pneumonia. But
I eventually found it. I can spell pneumonia. So I was like,
where the hell did P come from? And what's a knife? The hell is a knife? Who decided they needed a K in front of the end?
Why is it a pahone? How come it couldn't be an F-O-N-E? Why is it a pahone?
Why is it a home. Yeah, you're young. That's the kind of stuff I would say. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I did that. But because of my grandmother, we taking long story short, because of my grandmother, I became a speller. And the dictionary was a book that I read. Y'all done heard me talk about my mama. And the few times that my mama was we were, you know, doing a mama daughter thing, she would get a dictionary and she would say a word and I would have to spell it. That was our game. And I wanted to win the game. Y'all know how I am about challenges. Come on now. So I wanted to win the game. So that's how I became a speller. Because my grandmother made me a learner. I want to make Nick a learner. When he asks me something, go look it up. If you need help, if you can't figure it out, I tell him to figure it out. Because he's a smart kid. But he my kid. So I know he's going to take the short way to shove. And sometimes taking the short way, you miss stuff. So when I ask him stuff, I need for him to tell me. Schools are a wonderful idea. But they're for the masses. And children are individuals. And now you can see how people other than the people who love your children treat your children. Children are butts and seats. Children are funding. Children are a talking point during an election. But nobody looks at them as little people to love but us. So at the end of the day, until they figure out a way to keep us, my baby, from getting COVID and passing it along, he'll be learning at the house. And if he can't learn from what they give him, then his mama will take what they give him and teach him to make sure that he knows what's going on for when he goes to the next stage of his life. Because that's our job. That is our job as parents. That is our job as people who love children. See, it don't have to be a parent. Like I said, because see what had happened is look, the young people I used to, when I first started working in Buffalo Wild Wings, there were a lot of young people, good young people, but they was young, so they was doing young people stuff. And I've been there 6 years, so I've seen these babies grow up. And now my little horn dog came in there, and he's a daddy, and he's an amazing daddy, and he's seeing that there's something else. And my little boy, my little dude that I couldn't imagine being nobody daddy is working on baby number 3. And he's an amazing husband and father. And the little girl he married is a mama. You see what I'm saying? I love to see these kids. And you don't have to have kids to love kids and to wish them the best. And see, if we had more people in places of power who did that, we wouldn't be having these discussions. I wouldn't have to do this real talk. We wouldn't have to get upset. We wouldn't have to worry about whether or not our kids going to school because nobody would open them. Because then you would not just care about the kids, but let's think about these teachers that you want to squeeze into these rooms with these children for 6, 7, 8 hours a day. They don't, when a child has a cold, they don't keep them home. When a child has a fever from a regular normal day, they don't keep them home. They send them in there. And now you got these teachers who they don't like paying for some reason. For the life of me, I don't know why they pay teachers like they're nothing. These are the people that are standing in front of our children, teaching them. You pay them, however, like they're me. They damn near make $2.13 an hour for what they do. And now you want to risk their health on top of not even wanting to give them a 5-cent raise. But these are your children they're teaching. However, you have no problem with a football player making $22 million in 4 years. Or a baseball player I saw the other day, he signed a $365 million contract. You have no problem paying a baseball player. You have no problem paying a basketball player. You have no problem with that. You have no problem with spending your money $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 to go watch Beyonce or whoever you like. But you don't want to pay your teachers a living wage and have the things that they need to teach your children. But yes, in the middle of a pandemic, let's go squeeze them in the classrooms and hope they don't die. Because that's really what they're doing. Do you know in their minds, there's an acceptable amount of death between the students and the teachers? There's an acceptable loss. Kids don't catch it as easy, so we won't lose as many of them. And there's only one teacher in the classroom, so that's what, one or two teachers in school. When has there ever been an acceptable level of death? Except for now. Nanny!
Hey, Nanny.
Everybody I haven't spoken to, hey y'all.
Hey, JoJo.
You feel me, y'all? This is where I'm at on this. Y'all know how long it took to get Nick, for me to get Nick here. You think I'm just gonna sit him out? First of all, if I could bubble wrap the little boy when he was going out to play sports, I would have. But since I don't think that would have did nothing for him. You're correct, Kim. There's no acceptable amount of debt. But trust me when I tell you, if you don't think your government has an acceptable number of deaths between the children and the teachers when they put these kids back in school, then you have not been watching. We have top level government people who have no background in the thing that they are doing. We have someone who has no background in education over the education of the entire United States of America. We have somebody with no background in social work and human services over social work and human services. Who would have thunk it? Well, they'll just get another teacher in there. There's always somebody that wants to learn. Maybe we'll put a mask on them and maybe we'll put them in like what's some things called a hazmat suit. And we're going to give hazmat suits to everybody. The kids going to get hazmat suits. Yep. HUD. Nobody. And everybody is just blissfully sitting up there waiting and saying, it'll change. Somebody will change it, but we got to change it. Even if we just change even if we just change what we do as individuals, even if we take that little stand that maybe nobody else pays attention to but us, but we knew we took that. I took that for my kid, and whatever comes in, I got to take it. It's the same reason I go to work when I'm in pain. It's the same reason that I would go to the end of the earth for the people that I care about. Because it doesn't have to be for everybody. Everybody doesn't have to know about my stand. I have to know about it. And I have to stand behind it. So my son is not going back to school until he can go back to school without being scared. It is our job as parents and people who love kids. That's it. That's it. Even if your kids are older, we talking about school age kids, but we got college kids that are playing with their lives on a regular basis. It's bad enough that they out of our sight and they can drink as much as they want to, stay up as much as they want to, do as many drugs as they want, have as much sex as they want, without thinking about the consequences because they're young. But now they got something that they think is a joke because they are young. And they don't understand that death is forever. It's not like the movies we watch. It's not like them books you read. It's not like that shit you see on TV. When you die here, you die forever. And if you can die just as quick at 21 as you can in 91. That's all I'm saying. Now, that being said, sweetie, you want to type in there? What are you doing? Oh, she is cheating on me on YouTube. Y'all know I can see somewhat. I can see from a distance. That don't look like me.
Hoppo, who that woman?
Who that woman, Hoppo? Who that woman, Hoppo? I guess that's okay because I don't be watching Hairtime. My bad. But she don't be watching. She's supposed to be watching because you know I can't see good. Anyway, so the second part of this topic, we're gonna lighten it up because for the past couple months or so, we've been very. We're gonna lighten it up, but it's still gonna be raw, but not raw. It's gonna be raw. Anyway, so what did the thing say? What's the thing? Parenting your ex's children.
Your ex's children?
I'm about to. There's a reason. So, strangely enough, she saw a topic and I saw a similar topic. This now I don't know. Okay, see, when I was in a heterosexual relationship, when I stopped dating a dude, I stopped dating their kids. I didn't know no other way, and I figured, you know what I'm saying, because that's just the way it is. You don't want to mess a kid up, you know. Kid got 300 aunties and 700 uncles. No, you don't do that to them kids. You know what I'm saying? You stop dating the dude. You be respectful to the kids, but you know. Now sometimes the kids get kind of clingy to you if it's no other parent. You know, if you're dating somebody and the mother is completely out of the picture and you were a mother figure to them for a long time, that's a different situation, or a father figure. But when you break up, most of the time, 90% of the time, in a heterosexual relationship, you stop dating the kids. However, now I don't know about the gay community, but in the lesbian community, we have a tendency to hang on to the kids of our exes. That's my baby mama. You know, we got kids together. So what's the thing, baby? They can hear you. You ain't gotta come over.
Oh, what happened?
Yeah, what happened was.
What happened was the stud is in a new relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And the new relationship girl, she's the film girl,
Mm-hmm.
the prissy girl. She has kids also. But the stud was with a female for 2 years, and her sons are young, the ex-sons. And since the ex-sons are young, they looked at her as the masculine figure. So they was calling her daddy, even though they knew that was a girl.
Right.
She said all of that in her story. So now that the girl, the film girl, her new girlfriend does not like for her. No, the new girlfriend was fine with her going to see the boys, picking them up, doing stuff with them in the beginning of their relationship. Now she done turned it around. She feels some kind of way now that she doesn't want her to go be involved in those kids' life. At one point, she was like, "Are you gonna go get the boys? Are you gonna do this with the boys?" But now she does not want her to do basically anything with the boys. Keep in mind, the new girlfriend, they father's involved in their relationship. And it's okay for him to do whatever with the kids, but it's not okay for her to go do anything with the boys.
Now y'all know I'm about to act up, right? Because we had this slight discussion before. Y'all know how I feel. I am all for claiming the babies. Let me start there. I am all for loving the babies. I'm all for giving the babies the village they deserve. However, herein lies the problem. A lot of times you have situations where doors are not closed And kids are normally the door jams. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Now, in a parent situation, mom and dad, y'all ain't together. I'm trying to figure out how to say it, because y'all know when I'm sitting up there talking without y'all and I'm not on the computer and it's not going to go out, then I can just say whatever I want to say. But on here, you got to be a little more. I have to pretty my words up. Now, what I told her was this: I'm not a jealous person, and if the situation was she was dating somebody that had kids and she still want to deal with the kids, that's cool. Kids can come over here, or she can go hang out with the kids at McDonald's or play the zoo or whatever. I don't care. You being up on the kids in her house, somebody you had a sexual relationship with in the past, is a little iffy, because here's the thing: while I may not be jealous, that does not mean I trust her. That does not mean I trust her. And I say this because if you are a person in a relationship, and we're just going to assume that the ex is single still, because I doubt another. I mean, let me tell you something. I asked her a situation. Now, I have a friend who Nick loved, and she loved Nick. However, what happened if she want to get him, baby?
She got to come pick him up.
I can't go over there. I can't hang out. I can't. He can go.
It ain't about Lisa, it's about the other one.
There you go. There you go. She was like, well, his dad can hang, but that's his dad. And that's a different situation. That is biology as opposed to just love. And the dynamics are different when you have somebody you dated that has kids and you're still in their life, and the other person is single and you're not. It is. Look here. Oh, my lovely, lovely lesbians. We are an amazing group. However, we have a tendency to not shut doors completely. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Each relationship is a house. Let me give you that. Each relationship you have is a house. Some people have sturdy houses that last, and some people in trailer parks in the middle of Tornado Alley, going through a different house every few years. When you leave one house, you got to close that door and leave them keys, especially if you go into another one. Here's my thing. If me and DC in a relationship, and we are married, and she has a child from a previous relationship that she want to hang out with, while I would not force myself on anybody, she should be able to hang out with him over here or without the mother. Because if you still want the person in your life, that means you trust that person, which means you trust that person with your kid. When you start messing in situations with kids and things like that, feeling's still there. And that's even in a heterosexual relationship. Leilani, Van got kids. And he also got kids that aren't biologically his, that he still deal with. How comfortable would you be with him hanging out at the house of not his biological kid mama, but some girl he used to date, be engaged to, whatever?
Now, why can't y'all leave what you there for? Now, that's weird.
It is about the trust, Kim. It is about trust. But see, here's the thing: while I trust my spouse, while I trust my partner, I don't know how many of us trust the other person. Because here's the thing: When I'm done, I'm done. If you still want to holler at Nick, cool. Can you come get him? Probably not. Can you come hang out over here? If she say it's okay. Am I coming to your house? Nope. Trust is a beautiful thing, but I trust DC. But them niggas she used to go where? I don't trust none of them. Because I know how they are. Because I know how they was when we started dating. How they was trying to figure out who I was. And all the things they had to say. And getting mad because she was talking to me. But they hadn't been together for years. But all of a sudden, they got an attitude problem. So while I trust her, I don't trust them. And that doesn't mean that she's going to do something. It just means that there are boundaries. And crossing them has consequences. Hold on. Hey, Veronica. We'd be stupid if we didn't live the story. See, that's all I'm saying. In the situation, y'all know I am the leader of the kid village. I think we should all look out for everybody else's kids. I think we should all make it a point to when you walking down the street and you see some kids waiting on the bus, if you ain't in a hurry, stand there till them babies get on that bus. You know what I'm saying? I am for that. I am for making sure that we are good on every level. However, I have had feelings for somebody that had kids. And even though we weren't in a relationship anymore, I still have feelings. And then when you're dealing with the kids and they see it's a whole dynamic that's not necessary. Because if you trust this person with your child, come pick up the kid or drop some money off, hang with the kid, I'm not hanging with you. But see, most situations, the mama gonna be right there going, remembering what she had and realizing what she lost. Never forget that. While you trust your spouse, I don't trust the general public with my spouse. And I definitely don't trust bitches that them in the bed with my spouse. That's just the way it goes. I'm almost positive. I'm not 100% positive, but I'm almost positive I can't go spend the night in my ex house. Can any of y'all? Anybody? Can y'all right now? Can anybody in the chat that has a spouse or a significant other or hell a girlfriend, a boyfriend that you like a lot? Can you go spend the night at your ex's house without your present having an issue? And not necessarily
I could because he knows how much I hate him. Now them other exes, hell no.
But even though he knows you hate him and he may not say nothing to you, he's still gonna feel it. That's still that love. Oh, she hate him, but she used to like him. Shit, wait a minute. Because I mean, it's irrational. It's not anything. I'm not trusted. No exes with my spouse. No, it's not even. I'm sure he would not. So that's the thing I'm saying, guys. When you have a history with someone, a sexual history, a love history with them, and you have not completely shut that door and returned the keys, children are a beautiful bridge to back. Y'all get what I'm saying? There's a reason why we don't close doors when we're single and have kids. And we got somebody that for whatever reason we're not with anymore. Okay? She would not. So that's what I'm saying. The thing about it is, it's what I found ironic is I had read something on Facebook, and there was a post on Facebook, and it was sort of the same. This couple was together. I don't know whether it was Dom or Femme or any of that. It was just a lesbian couple. And one of them was still close to one of the kids. Hear what I'm saying? This person had a few kids, but she was only close to the youngest child. So she was still dealing with the youngest child. But the child's mother said, I don't want no women around my kids, and that includes your girlfriend, and I'm going to ask, and he going to tell me. So instead of the girlfriend, the girlfriend nipping her ex in the bud and telling her, I guess what, I'll just be cash apping your ass, she let the ex dictate the relationship with her girlfriend. She said, my girlfriend called me saying, could you drive home slow? Because that my ex is here picking up some stuff she had in my house, and she got her son with her, and you know she don't want no other women around her kid. She said, I don't want to start no drama. And she was like, I don't start drama. That's not me. But by the time I got home, I was pissed off. But girl wasn't there and the kid wasn't there. So she just acted like nothing happened till later on when she was talking to me. You still want to marry me? And the girl said, I don't know. She said, I don't know. How you gonna call your fiance?
How you gonna marry if I can't be around?
How you gonna marry somebody and your ex is still telling you what to do? How you somebody's girlfriend? Hold on, let me get it back to the beginning. How you somebody's girlfriend and your ex is still dictating your home? Who you can and not in there when because my son is in there. Where the hell are your other kids? Why you worry about what I'm doing over here? She don't have to be around him. But if I get married and we still have that dynamic, then she has to be around him. Or I just don't do it anymore. And I love your baby from afar. I'm all about loving the babies. However, there's a certain level of respect you have to give. You have to honor the person you're with. Because if you still want to honor the person that's an ex, you need to go be a not an ex. That's what you need to be. You need to be not an ex. Burn the mother down. I'm coming. That's funny though. And that's true though. I told her, I said, you call me with some crazy shit like that you want to. The police will be following me like I'm taking a pregnant woman to the hospital. By the time I get there, it's going to look like the OJ goddamn situation. Except I'm going to be going fast, unlike OJ, because I don't know where the hell OJ was going. I don't know what police he was slow rolling from. Before you click the damn off button on your cell phone, bitch, I am outside. Hello. Tell me to move slow because this bitch. First of all, yes, they're an ex for a reason. Say it again. But you know what? Not everybody wants to be an ex. That's what we forget. I say that all the time, but not everybody wants to be an ex. Sometimes they're an ex, but not because they want to be. And they just sitting there hoping and praying that some love God will sit up there and make the person that they want to be with unex them. But in the process, they bring somebody else into the picture. And not all the time. Sometimes it's just a situation, but most of the time, the door is not closed. I was talking to one of my coworkers, one of my babies. And she's in a relationship now. And she feels like the situation that's going on now is her get back for how she treated her ex. And I was like, Amy, that's not how it works. Because I talk about onward. I tell her that's not how it works. I said, every relationship is not going to work. I would love for everyone who loves somebody else, that person loves them back. But guess what? That's not how it goes. And every relationship doesn't work. It's not bad. I'm not talking about bad relations. I'm not talking about abuse. I'm not talking about gold digging. And I'm not talking about one-sided relationships. I'm talking about regular relationships. Every relationships don't work. And that's okay. That's the reason you date somebody, so you know if you like the way they chew or the way they walk. Or I mean, there's just a lot of little bitty things that piss a person off that don't nobody notice. And that's what dating's for. Some relationships don't work. And most of those people part, still be friends, and never care about whether or not they have another ex, another person in their life, because the relationship part of their story didn't work. But there are people who want to be unexed, who for whatever reason didn't want to be the ex in this story. So the door is not closed. But here's the problem. They bring other people into the story at the middle of the book. They don't know nothing about them chapters before. They don't know you still writing the same book where this person is in. But they bring you in under the guise of, I need somebody else in my life, and da-da-da-da-da, whoop-de-whoop. So now you sitting here with an ex dictating your present relationship. And the person you're with is cool with that because they told you to slow down because this bitch is still picking up stuff. What? Karen Wood said, when I was younger and my ex would date, I was afraid my children loved her more than me. That's why the girlfriend wasn't allowed around my kids. I don't know any better. Now, here's the thing. Unless you just suck as a mama, ain't nobody gonna love you like your babies. They may like the girl, and if your babies love you for real like that, they ain't gonna like the girl. The girl of the dude that they weird no way. So they just not. So you are always gonna be mama, and I don't get that. As long as you treat my child with respect and you treat my baby good, I'm cool with that. Because it's how I'm gonna treat your child. If your child comes over here and I'm dating your ex, and your child comes over here, your child is gonna eat, your child is gonna laugh, your child is gonna play, your child is gonna get fussed at like mine. Because I'm gonna treat them like you're supposed to treat kids. Like they precious. Like they ain't asked to be here. And like it's our job to get them to be grown so they can get out of our house. Yes, Kim said, your kids will never love anybody like they love you. That being said, when kids are dangled in relationships like that, and your present person is feeling some kind of way, you've got to honor your present relationship. Let me tell you something about kids. If you treat kids right, kids don't remember sort of bad stuff or kind of bad stuff or exes. They don't remember us. If kids are taken care of, they don't remember somebody their daddy or mom used to date. Oh, she was nice, and they go on about their business. Even if you all they knew, if they still kids, as these kids grow up and they're taken care of, you just become a nice memory. You have to honor your relationships or stay in your old relationships. Don't bring nobody else into your bullshit. If you still trying to be with somebody that got kids and you using the kids or they using the kids, y'all do that stuff without bringing somebody else into the mix, because then you'll get stories like this. You'll get stories like come home slow because she here picking up her stuff, or what's she gone? What? I was in my 20s then. We were on welfare and they had so much money. She was always buying them new clothes or anything they wanted. Hold on, I'm gonna time out for what I was saying. I'm gonna go to Karen for a second. Kids love stuff, baby. Karen, they do. They love stuff. But the thing that sticks with kids is how you treated them, how you treated your babies. And if all you had was welfare stuff, If you was treating your babies like they were the best thing on earth, the welfare stuff was the best thing on earth. Anybody can buy your kids stuff, but they can't love them like you love them. They can't give them that thing that kids need, that assurance that when they fall, they don't even hit the ground because they know you're there to catch them. That's the stuff that sticks with your kids. Shoes and clothes don't stick with your kids because guess what? They grow out on them so quickly, they're probably wasting their money for like the first 10 years. Because by the time you give them the shoes, the feet too big. Kids need you to not just pay the bills, but to give them that unconditional love, stability, that thing that has no money value. And sometimes you can't even put it into words. Kids like stuff. Kids remember love. Kids remember that feeling. I was watching the Hoarders today. And this lady hoarded. But this is why she hoarded. She had to be in her 60s. So when I tell you that things don't matter, she's in her 60s and she's hoarding because as a child, she never felt like she got what she deserved. She never felt like her mother loved her. She never got that feeling, that all-encompassing feeling of parental love. So she got things. But she had so many things that she couldn't even move around her house. But it didn't replace the stuff her mama didn't give her. And that had no money value. As long as you loving your babies, stuff comes and goes. If your baby's in your 30s, now they grew out that shit long time ago. But I bet they remember how much you love them. Leilani can come drop her kids off. I met Leilani one time physically. But Leilani knows she can come drop her kids off, be gone for a few days, and come back and her babies are well taken care of. She don't even thought process cross her mind. I know if I'm gonna mess up the state she in because for some reason I want her to be in Oklahoma, Kansas. I don't know, Montana.
Oklahoma
was in Montana.
Right the first time. Oklahoma.
I got it. Cause see, for some reason I want your ass to be in Montana. I don't know why. But if we driving through and Nick want to stay with Leilani and be harassed by her daughters, guess what? Drop his ass off, and I know he will come back full and ready to go because the girls are gonna be ran the hair off on him. You get what I'm saying? Things come and go. I had things growing up. Before I had Nick, I had things. When I had Nick, I didn't have things because everything I had, I wanted to give to him. And to me, it wasn't enough. But to him, Nick has always had a computer in his face. He's always had shoes on his feet, drawers on his ass, and a shirt on his back. If I still had the same shit I got in 1972, I'm gonna put that on and go get his clothes, whatever they are. And he's spoiled rotten. He was spoiled rotten on Walmart. I wish I could have spoiled him on Polo, but all I had was Walmart at the time. I say all that to say this. Kids are not pawns. They're not consolation prizes. They are not bandages. They are not none of that. They are miracles, gifts to some, but to all, they just stop playing with the kids. If you broke up with somebody, break up with them. You ain't got to be ugly to the kids. You can still talk to them. You can still do like, back in the day, every time you saw a kid that used to be with the mom, you pass them $5 in their hand. It is 2020, so you probably had to give them a 20 now. But you know what I'm saying? You don't start being ugly to the kids. But if you if you don't want to be with the mama, don't drag the kid along in the middle. Because at some point, somebody gonna start talking in front of the kids and saying stuff, and the kids gonna start feeling some kind of way. And then, mama, you get a new boyfriend or a new girlfriend, and they ain't gonna like them because you done sat up there and hope this other person will come back because of the kid. So now this kid is attached to this other person, but you in love with somebody new, and your baby acting a fool. Stop playing with your kids. Number one, they ain't got nothing to do with your grown-up relationships. That's number one. That's number one. Don't date somebody so you can have another parent for your child. Because unless you know you're going to be with this person forever, you're asking for some craziness. If you're not done with someone, don't bring someone else in. If you still love your ex, don't tell somebody else you love them because you're lying. And now they're about to fall in love with you, and you sitting over there loving this person, but in love with somebody else. And they sitting up there miserable. And you miserable. There is no, what's the word? Thank you, everyone loves Mimi. There's no, if you didn't help make the baby, you are not the baby mama or the baby daddy. Okay? If you're an ex, be an ex. Stop dragging these kids. Y'all, everybody, stop using kids as pawns in relationships, whether or not you the parent or not. Stop having kids to be bandages. Stop having kids to get somebody to be with you. Stop using kids to get somebody to stay with you. Stop. Because the only person in this situation that gets hurt is the kid. Stop. Y'all know how I feel about having everybody around your children. Stop having your kids have 13 aunties and uncles. Kids get old and just be joking on their parents, calling their parents a hoe, because they are. You are not the baby. Right, wait, it's a little slow. Wait, what? Huh? Wait. Hold on, let me put my glasses on. Because I feel like I'm all right. Okay, y'all. I'm on my moderator tour. Tickets are free. I got 2 more tests for all y'all kids. You need to give me a call. Got you later on. Is the president calling? Y'all stupid. I'm not saying don't love your stepkids. I'm not saying don't love the kids of the girl you used to date. All I'm saying is that these kids are not props and they're not things to use. Mamas, I'm gonna break it down just one at a time. Mamas, stop sending your baby to your ex's house so your ex will come to your house. I heard I say it. Mamas, and any mamas that's doing it, I'm not downing you. I'm just saying stop. You can't make nobody be with you, baby. You can't. Daddies, stop telling your exes, I don't want no damn men around my baby. Guess what? Stop dropping on babies that you ain't living with. Because ain't nobody want to be single, sitting up there waiting for you to get your shit together. Okay? Stop making it hard for an ex to move on. Because you got all these rules and regulations. And I'm not talking about having a whole bunch of people around your kids. I don't like that. You need to know this is going somewhere before you even introduce your baby, let alone leaving them with somebody. That being said, if your baby mama got a good man taking care of her and her kids, and y'all ain't together no more and you don't want her, don't make her feel some kind of way. Don't make her have to choose between a man, a relationship, not a man, but a relationship, a good relationship, and her kid's father. Because guess what? Y'all relationship didn't work. And you better separate. But don't have her sitting over there by herself because you petty. Mamas, most of us just want to date your ex. We don't want to be the mama to your kids. Because especially if we ain't got no kids. When I was single and didn't have no kids, I did not want to be the kid's mama. Now, I was fine babysitting for a couple of hours, but I was more than happy to send them home. And that is most people who come into a relationship. We good at being the step folks, but we glad to send them home. Stop making it hard for your exes to be in a relationship because you don't want to close the relationship door. You want to hang on. You want to have a backup plan when you can't get no ass from somebody else. You want to always be able to say, as long as she my baby mama or as long as he my baby daddy, I'm going to be able to get what I want, when I want, why I want it. That's not how it works, baby. Don't do that. Because you're blocking your blessings. You still hanging on to this man. You're going to let your real man go. You still running up behind this girl. And you're forever going to find another forever. Stuff don't have to be this hard. Stop using kids for anything other than what they're brought here for. To bring joy and love to their parents and the people that love them. Stop using your babies. Just stop. Because all we're doing, and I say we, and I include myself, is making generation after generation of unloved kids who feel like they were a burden to their parents. I didn't pull my weight. I didn't help my mom. It's not. Nick's job is not to get a job to help me pay a bill. It's not his job to get me ready for work in the morning. It's not his job to make sure I eat. It is my job. That's my job. It is my job to make sure my son is comfortable in his own skin and he can handle himself in any situation because my son is not a little boy anymore. He's a young man. These kids' only job is to be happy and to learn and to grow up.
Don't say that.
Okay. Do you know what to say? Thank you. You know what to say back? Thank you. I got you.
Okay.
Okay. Hello. Okay. All right. Asia said, okay, so listen, true story. A friend of mine and his wife fell on hard times. They moved in with mama. She walked in and he was having, whoa, nasty. I didn't even want to finish reading that. He was having oral sex with his mama old, but what the? That's a lot of extra stuff.
So with his former stepdad.
Oh, wait. No, it's right here. No, not that. No, that's right there. True story. Friend of mine, his wife fell on hard times. They moved in with mama. The mama walked in or the wife walked in?
And the wife walked in and her man was giving oral to his mama's old baby daddy. So like his stepdaddy, yeah, his former stepdaddy. That's what that would be.
Don't make that face.
That's all the face I got. See, I have a lot of when I'm not on YouTube, I normally don't make these fucked up faces. But that's that was wait. My brain broke a little bit. And how shit, hold on. I'm about to have an allergic reaction to that bullshit. What is that?
That was a lot.
That was a short paragraph, but a whole lot of words. It's nasty. The down low is a whole different thing. We'll do the down low on another thing, because in your mama, look here. Okay,
that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what they was doing back when he was a kid, right?
Yes.
That's not new. That's
from old time. That's some back in the day, and nasty asses, but still nasty. What the hell? Just look here. It is 2020. If you like dudes, like dudes. If you like girls, like girls. But stop. That's nasty. In your mama house, that's your mama man. It would be just as nasty if it was a girl. But it's your mama man in her house. Nasty. Have I said the F word today? Nasty fucker. Now I have tried. I hadn't said it, so I got one good. They're not gonna block because they won. You know this grown folks. This ain't no children. Nasty. That's like the word moist. Just nasty. I don't even know what to say. Just nasty. Just nasty. Oh, Bill Gaming, go up to what Asia wrote. That's just nasty.
We don't even want to revisit that one.
Just scroll up and read it.
Scroll up and get all that in your just nastiness. I just don't know what to do with the just nasty. Sorry, no. I don't even know what to do with that. That's too y'all.
I think that was the definition of mind blown.
My brain is broke now. Shit, I don't even know. I don't remember what we talking about. Y'all know I got a short attention. My eyeball itching, y'all. Hold on. Y'all know I have a short attention span on some things. Some things I can do for hours. Some things I got like 13 seconds. I had like 13 seconds of that. Just see Bill Gaming. That is nasty. Yeah, that's nasty. That's nasty. Look here. Just now I don't know how many people can sit up there and say, you ever had sex in your mama's house?
No.
Wait. Is anybody else hear that sound like a lie? Say it again, baby.
I mean, it might have been, when you back in the day when you
that's what I meant.
humping on stuff, a sex period.
She said humping on stuff.
That rubbing thing back.
Oh, she said rubbing thingy. Move, baby. Just I got it.
Okay, she hunching and stuff. All right.
She hunching and rubbing. Close enough. Now we what time?
Hey, you on camera now? Stop that.
I was just describing.
Ow. Where that? No, anyway, my bad. Now we've all snuck and done stuff in our folks' house, around the house somewhere. With our significant people. That's like Jerry Springer nasty. You know what I'm saying? That's Jerry Springer nasty. I want you. You ever just want to smack somebody you ain't know? I just want to get I want a whole just cast iron skillet and just pop him in the back of his head. And not the son, the nasty stepdaddy that's probably been messing with that baby for a minute. That is why I say don't have everybody around your children, and don't have children with everybody. Had to just say that. It's just nasty. I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna wake up to nasty. That's probably all I'm gonna dream. Nasty. The word nasty, not even the stuff, just nasty. Bow ties ain't just for boys. Yes. I am loving these names today. Yes. I like it. I'm loving when the bomb scar grows. Yes. Anyway, so you know, you girl, time to recap, close up, do the thing. I don't even know what's gonna eat for them, but what time is it?
My rest of my pizza.
How they gonna sit there? I just had the rest of my. What time is it? I got time to order. I'm gonna order. I'm not ordering them nothing. They're gonna be hungry.
No, I'm good.
Up there talking about, I just ate my pizza. Anyway, that's it. I can't even see it.
That's what I did. I ordered pizza for the kids.
I saw you had pizza in yours, and
I had Alfredo with chicken, spinach, and pineapple.
that's they had. Did Nikki eat his pizza?
Oh, he still got half pizza up there.
Oh well,
I had his burgers earlier. So.
ain't no telling. You know he don't eat a lot. Well, I don't know. Anyway, so Bill Gamer said, "Not smack, punch." You get a good cast iron skillet, baby. That's better than a punch. You get a whole way back, like you about to hit a tennis ball out, not a tennis ball, like you're about to hit a baseball out the park. You hit somebody with a cast iron skillet, they're gonna wish they was punched. I got a skillet right now. It's a little one. It's about this big because I don't want to go to jail. Because you hit somebody for real with a cast iron skillet, you bust their head. But you get one of them little skillets, you can just squish the side of their face a little bit, and you feel better. Hey, I promote. Hey, I'm like, who said that? I am all incense and good vibes, but hey, on a bad day, I could be Newports and Old English 800. So play with me if you want to. I'm all 60s child. Woo, you know, love and daisies, but I know all the cuss words. All right, so I'm just gonna recap because we're getting ready to get off here. It's almost 2 hours. We started out with back to school.
Hey, surprise.
Hey, surprise! Surprise around the corner, surprise around the corner.
Oh. You might this, you might get that, might get him a baseball bat.
That's what you say?
Yeah.
You going to jail if you're hitting people with a baseball bat. Nick is going to 100% online learning until they get this whole virus thing handled. I hope that is an option where where everybody lives who has kids, and it's a village. So if y'all need help, if y'all need help, hit them message boards, hit them DMs. Hey, do you know the answer to this question? Do you know where I can look this up? My baby got a project on this. What you think I should do? I'm telling you. Google is the beast, but if Google ain't doing what you need to do, you got message boards. If you're on YouTube, you know that you can hit our DMs or hit our email or hit the comments and the thing. Hey, my baby got a project on such and such and so, and I don't know where to start. Hey.
K-12 is available in most states. So if you don't think your kids can go online, pull up K-12.
They have different online programs. Some
free. They will send you a computer. Look it up.
Yep.
You do not have to send your children to university.
If you are feeling some kind of way and you don't want your babies to go back to school at the beginning of the year, there are alternatives and they're free. If you have issues as far as work is concerned, we got to start looking at that village. We got to start finding people who are babysitting. Do you know how many grandmamas out there who will watch your babies for a little or nothing because they just need a little something to get some food? You know what I'm saying? My grandmama did it, and there's plenty of them out there. Look in your community. If you ain't burned all your babysitting bridges, y'all know what I'm talking about. If your kids are old enough to do it at home by themselves, make sure they understand Nick had rules and regulations, and he followed them rules and regulations. You don't open the door. You don't answer the phone.
Don't go outside.
Don't go outside. Invest in a camera or some kind of system in your home. They cheap. You can get them off Amazon. You can hook it up to your phone and watch your baby all day long. Because trust me, I don't give a damn what a job say. My phone is in reach of my hand all day long. Now it don't have to be because everybody at home. But when he was in school, I don't give a damn what my job is. I would tell my job, my child is at home. I am watching him on the camera to make sure everything is all right. And that's just how it's going to be, as long as you want me here. And most jobs will be okay with it. I'm just checking in on my kid. You are not a victim of your circumstances. We can figure it out. You can figure it out. We are strong people. Single parents, parents with 2-parent households, parents, period. It takes a special kind of strength to raise a child. It takes a special kind of strength to have a child. It takes a special kind of strength to have children in this world. And it does. Parents of the world unite, and we will figure this shit out and get these kids in and out of the school and safely. To the other half, stop using your kids. If you got an X is an X is for a reason. I don't know what's for dinner tomorrow. I don't know. Normally I make them pick the meat and I just make other stuff around it. So we'll see whatever meat they pick.
I'm making curd chicken.
You know, I might make, but see, the only thing is that while me and DC might do it, everybody else will be like, that's it. That's what it looks like. But
eat y'all a cheese sandwich because we having curd chicken.
Make a grilled cheese. They probably like that anyway. I ain't gotta eat that good.
Grilled cheese and French fries. Get all the ketchup you want.
Gone. Grown folks eating good. I don't know what you're doing. Grown folks eating good. But X is for a reason. Stop using your kids. Stop using somebody else's kids as a reason to stay attached to somebody.
Ooh, oxtails, mac and cheese, and yams. Yeah, that sounds good. I might make that in 3-4 more days.
What's that?
What's that?
Oxtails?
I said oxtails.
You know, I've never been an oxtail person because I don't know what oxtails my grandma used to make. They stink.
They stink.
I don't know. I don't like the smell. I don't like what it smells.
Smell like roast beef.
I don't know. Maybe it was what she was doing, or maybe they weren't oxtails. She called them oxtails. I don't know what the hell my mom was cooking. She was from the South, so you know she was
cooking neck bones.
Neck bones. That's what it was.
Neck bones.
So maybe I'll do oxtails.
Yeah. Neck bones have their own smell.
Because it stank. It's a stank smell.
Especially when they first start. Yeah, they stink. They do.
Surprise said, but oxtails too damn expensive. I've seen oxtails, and yes, I can concur. They are a little pricey. But back to what I was saying, that's so I can close out, because you know we take 4 hours to close out. Stop. Your ex is for a reason. I'ma always say love the babies, be the best for the babies. But sometimes being the best for the baby is chunk up them deuces and let them babies start living without you. Babies don't want to be pawns, and they don't want to be in the middle of a tug of war, and they don't want to be a part of that. All kids want is love and to have fun and to sneak and eat candy and to watch cartoons and to come pull your eyelids up when you sleep and stick their fingers up your nose. That's all they want. They don't want to have nothing to do with who you love and who you used to love and anything. Kids are resilient. They're bounced back. Kids are amazing as hell. But that's the good part. Bad kids are awesome. You know why? Because that means that kid is learning. That kid is trying something. And sometimes bad comes from trying to figure out something out. So I ain't got no problem with bad kids. I got a problem with bad kids. Kids that like to hit and like to fight because that's something they growing up with. And that ain't even their fault. Yep. Exes are exes for a reason. And if the door is not closed, don't bring nobody else in there. Don't bring nobody else in your child's life. And you still hanging on hope for the person before them. And you still telling the baby, why don't you call so-and-so? Well, you got a whole girlfriend sitting right here, a whole boyfriend sitting right there. That's all I had to say. I would like to thank Leilani, my hostess with the mostest. My other hat, my hoo. Oh, now I don't know where the button at, but somewhere on YouTube, it's a join button. If you see it attached to DC KOOLAID and Lisa, for the low price of
right down below this video, you can see join right next to subscribe.
She know where it's at. I barely know what subscribe is.
I'm looking at it.
I barely know
right
what
next to subscribe. You see join. It's blue.
All right, y'all hit that button for the low price of $1.99. You get extra me. But yeah, I don't know. They did some. You can join the exclusive Bomb Squad Club and be a part of. I don't know what. I don't know. Y'all don't know. I don't know. Oh, y'all get extra stuff like extra emojis, and you get stuff that I say, and I don't know stuff. Hey, y'all know I like stuff. I would also like to thank Aisha.
One of the emojis is actually a unicorn.
And y'all get to see my unicorn. Y'all get to use my unicorn on me or on Leilani or on anybody you want to. All right.
Okay, Asia. Get you some rest. Eat you some vitamin C and some zinc.
Good to have you back, Asia. Love you. Go to sleep. Thank you for joining us, Kim. Love you. I haven't seen you so long. Tell Riley we love him too. Yeah. Surprise around the corner. What's up? Thank you for coming in. I would like to thank our new subscribers. I would like to thank Miss Aisha for joining our panel. I would like to thank everybody for joining the Bomb Squad who has joined. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you guys so much. You know how much I love you, Bomb Squad. I do this for y'all. I get up when I don't feel like it. When I got an attitude and I put the pretty face on, and the attitude goes away. It's because I'm evil most of the time.
In the bed chilling.
I do. I be laying in bed and she likes time real talk, and I'm like, I didn't take my nap yet.
She telling the truth.
So thank you guys so much for joining us today. It's always all about the babies. It's all about the love. I love you, Bomb Squad. I love you, Leilani. I love y'all so much. Make sure you hit that like button if you already haven't hit that like button. If you already haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Comment down below whatever you want to comment. And share this video because you never know who needs to hear something that TT got to say. TT Lisa, you know I'm everybody on T, baby. Let's get it going. So thank you so much for joining us. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that every time we drop a video or go live, you guys can join us. This is Lisa. And this is Real Talk every Saturday right here. Get it in. I love you, Leilani. I will see you later. I love y'all. Mwah. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.